welcome to Hive45, a discussion about the future impact of this week's tech and world news leading towards the Singularity. I'm Nathan Waters.
I'm Tristan Grace.
I don't know what we just did then.
That was at NASA, showing off being awesome.
That was pretty cool.
Show-offs. Fantastic
that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
It's when it goes like, and it takes off, you're like, oh yes.
What is your recommended video after that? The Art of Seduction.
I don't know. There's a paraphrase, not something.
Not something.
Not pretty, really.
Wow, okay. From NASA onto the Art of Seduction. I guess that works. I've got a rocket in my pocket.
Hey, it's logged in as Hive45 at the moment.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah, anyway. What do we got? What's this week?
There's not been a lot this week. It's been kind of hard to find some stuff. So I found a few things though, which isn't too bad. I found the world's most giant touchscreen, and this video is awesome, just showing the way they use it. It's a whole wall. It's really
Which is
cool.
what you're always into.
Oh, yeah.
The future of electronic devices. These guys have actually brought out a prediction in the next 20 years of all these awesome like e-ink devices that are going to come out.
Sweet. And they're doing it in the bathtub.
No, that's just a picture.
Ah, I'd like that picture. I want to use some e-ink in the bathtub.
It's because it's durable, apparently.
Ah, right.
So
Cool.
they're like, can use it in a bathtub.
Awesome. And then I've got a fantastic short film. It goes for about 10 minutes. You guys should totally watch it, about creating worlds.
Awesome.
That's kind of sweet.
And we're watching the sun
Ah,
from all angles.
we'll hurt our eyes.
It doesn't sound as lame as
No, that should be good. And,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's this awesome book that we'll mention too.
Yeah.
It's just come out.
Cool. And then the Singularity topic this week will be talking about actually building worlds and how that'll happen in the future and stuff. Like this video, it will give you insight into it. But a lot you can talk about with building worlds, so I'm excited for that part. It'll be sweet.
Yeah.
So we'll quickly get through the links and get into building worlds and stuff, because the amount of stuff there. Oh,
It's really amazing at this point.
Yeah, you should start. Then I'll finish with the World Builder one, and then we'll go into that.
Okay, cool. This is these guys came out saying in the next 10 to 20 years what will actually come about from e-sheets,
Yeah.
the e-ink devices and stuff. They're publishing it in the Journal of the Society for Information Display, blah blah blah. But some of the things they've been saying is by mid this year there'll be full color e-readers.
Sweet.
Which I guess you're already starting to see, but you know...
They've had the basic colour e-reader ones. That didn't get very good reviews at CES, I remember, but it's the right direction going there. It's a start.
Well, they're saying that this will be like, you know, just full devices, just as big as you want, like say iPad or bigger, just e-ink, you know, complete colour, all that sort of stuff this year. Then they're saying you're going to get other things coming out soon, like electronic shelf labels in grocery stores.
Yeah.
Apparently they've been trialling them in a few stores lately, but they're saying that the technology is going to get so cheap and so ubiquitous that what they'll be able to do is just put these little e-ink low-powered devices as grocery labels.
Right.
So what they can do with that is they can then, you know, do things like change the price throughout the day.
I never considered that.
Link it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I never considered the actual price things and all of that actually being the display down there. Because I always thought, you know, like the cereal packaging being the obvious one, you know, have that and then it can advertise to. But actually, utility would be the
do it on
actual
anything,
labels. Yeah.
Do it on the...
I like that. Because that could connect together. You can compare it around everywhere.
Yeah. And then they're saying, of course, that because the problem at the moment is it takes so long to change all those prices.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, they could just automatically update it all, send out a wireless message.
Yeah. Control from head office straight away.
Yeah.
Make it totally robotic. That'd be great. Yeah. Oh, man.
And the problem is the problem with that though is,
that.
and this is why we'd love to get a hold of some of the grocery data, the supermarket data, is what they'll end up doing is they'll put the prices up at a time where most people start shopping, where there's demand, and people are just like, oh, screw it, I'll just buy it, whatever, I'll get it. And then they'll lower them down when things are a bit less hectic.
You could really do that well with stores like 7-Eleven and some of those other stores where the prices are higher already, and then have all of that just all electronic there, and then just adjust it based on time of the day, time of all that. And
at 3 o'clock when school cuts out, and everyone gets out, you raise the prices.
Yeah, you go do lots of stuff. I do like that, actually connecting all of the prices there. I can't believe I'd never considered that.
Yeah.
The price tag on any object in any store all connected together.
Well, think any flat surface now.
Yeah.
Literally any flat surface can be a tiny little e-ink
that's connected
self-powered thing.
Yeah, it's connected to
Well, they're saying with these, it's going to, very soon, the next few years, they're just going to be solar-powered by just ambient light, just room light. So you won't have to plug them in. It'll just be like, pick it up, done.
Well, those e-ink readers and all that, like the Kindle and them, they use very little power, don't they? Because it's only whenever they change the image that it uses power.
Yeah, and that's why with say pricing labels, you only change them say once or twice a day.
Yeah, because then they could actually respond back and say, hey, look, now it's charged enough to actually change it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
like that at all.
That's one thing. Well, I also saw a video at some tech conference, might have been CES or something,
Right.
where they actually had these digital displays on cereal boxes.
Yeah, I saw them as well. You do the maze going in the back and they tell you stuff.
Really, and they're flashing and stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. It's absolute waste of resources.
Well, see, that's what I always thought. Like the cereal box example, that's a waste, but the price labels and all of that
makes sense.
That makes sense.
Reusable, yeah.
Oh, I want to buy like a whole pack of them, just chuck around the house. It'd be fun.
Tristan's.
Yeah, you know, one of those automatic label makers, except this is actually full on your change in real time. Oh, that'd be good fun. Could cause lots of
You can like change on proximity. So if I go closer, it's like, piss off.
Yeah.
And they'll walk away.
Depends, it depends on who opens up the fridge, you call them fat or not. Reads out their weight. Oh, that'd be good. Oh, you put like a scale underneath the fridge. That'd be great. As you go into reach out, you really want that, like, you know, that Twinkie there. We don't even have Twinkies in Australia. Why did I say that? Yeah, that could work well.
Yeah, so that's one thing. Other things is like a known...
Torturing the fat. That's the first.
See, look what technology is doing for us.
Yeah, reducing fat.
This one's a no-knobs etch-a-sketch. It's hard to say no knobs without it coming across awkward. Glow boards for signage. So, any signs? We already mentioned that.
We've already got neon.
We got.
I want to hear more about the bath one.
The bath one.
That girl was hot.
Oh, this one. Oh, well, it started off saying that in 10-20 years we'll see the e-sheet, a virtually indestructible e-device that will be as thin and as rollable as a rubber place mat. It will be full color, interactive, and low power, and it's really strong and like they're saying you can leave it out in the rain and it'll be fine. You can put it in the wash, it'll be fine.
That's like the ultimate evolution of the iPad, really.
Yeah,
it's just a sheet that you can just do whatever the hell you want with. You can make it richer.
And that will be the final death of newspapers.
Oh god, yeah. Oh,
at least in that form. Well, this actually might be the rebirth of newspapers then.
Yeah, well, because that's how you get the information.
And they can actually come back into that format of a sheet.
If they're cheap enough to just leave lying around the house and leave lying around doing whatever, then you can actually have specialised e-sheets or specialised devices going there. Yeah. Not the multi-tool iPad.
The other cool one they were mentioning is, and this guy's saying it's very highly achievable, is being able to change plastic casings, the colour or patterns on any plastic casing. So the first example he gave is your phone. You can switch it from black to white. Whenever you want it at any time of the day.
Oh, okay.
You can add a pattern to it, like not just the actual, not just the screen, the actual casing.
The whole thing.
The whole casing. So say like, you know all the
morphing.
You know all the mobile adaptations and stuff, modifications. You can change it, and not just phones. You can do it with any devices.
Anything.
Like your toaster. Say you want your toaster in the morning to be a bright yellow glow, and then at night you want it to be a bit darker because you know.
Because as you do.
You want to blend into the scenery?
I do get pissed off at my toaster being so like obnoxious yellow. Just there. It's like, just taunting me. Go on, use toast, you bastard.
It just starts flashing at you because it hasn't been used enough.
I hate that toaster. Sorry, you brought up some deep psychological issues there.
The toaster, man. What does that relate to?
Probably Red Dwarf. There was an evil toaster in that. Anyway. Dude, I like this thing though. Being able to change anything there. You're right, about any surface we can actually put stuff on. Yeah. Anything can actually start changing and doing that.
With e-ink.
I haven't really thought about this too much. Like, it's such an obvious thing, but never had considered it.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously not going to be for... Well, it might be for big things.
Yeah,
like
why not?
Giant walls, you might do it with e-ink.
Yeah. Why not? Well, one of my things here has got all of the, the projectors on buildings making all those cool videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, buildings, like, collapsing and stuff, but that could be a far bit away.
Made from? What are they?
Oh, they're just projectors. They've got a projector behind the project onto the thing, and it makes the building look crazy. But actually, just put the e-ink on. Go from that.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Okay, nice.
I like the changing color because they also said based on say your fashion on the day, whatever you wear on that particular day, it can notice it through RFID and then actually adapt your phone to fit in with your style.
That is sweet. Okay.
So that'd be cool, technology just gives us our own fashion.
Yeah.
I'd love to just put on it, I'd love to have like a single piece of clothing I just wear and it just changes.
That'd really smell.
No.
Really smell.
No, well, you'd wash it. But, but there's already technology to actually, that has microbeads or whatever, so you don't have to wash
change it around.
You don't even need to wash it anymore. There's clothes. Really? Yeah.
Really?
It does some antibacterial magic. It's magic. They just inject it with magic.
Someone says it's magic. I don't smell anymore. It smells so overpowering and obnoxious that it just kills your receptors. Smell receptors.
So I injected magic into it. My own kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough.
Indeed. So I like that. We should come back to that in some later ones. Actually, talk about that singularity topic or something. I really like that. Just everything changing now. To look into it more.
Plus the no knobs etch-a-sketch. Man,
no knobs.
That's going to change things.
Oh yeah. Kids toys. Just kids toys basic.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. Well, the next one I've got. Did you ever read Fahrenheit 451? By any chance? Ray Bradbury. You burning books and all of that. It's about the firemen who go around and they destroy books because books are evil.
I think I was planning on.
Fair enough. Really good book. Well, one of the big key things there, they've got parlours where it was pretty much what we've always been talking about. You walk into a room and just everything is a screen. Like giant TVs displaying whatever you'd like.
Learning centres or something?
No, well these are in the bad sense of like American Idol type,
manipulation.
Yeah. Well, just pointless stuff that you're just in there doing whatever the hell you want. Okay. But this is really cool because the University of Groningen... I don't know where Groningen. Groningen. So Groningen, I guess.
That's a poor name.
Yeah. They've just developed the largest touchscreen ever. And check out the video. You can see exactly how big it is. It's just absolutely insane. And it's really fantastic. These guys just, throwing stuff back and forth, but getting so close to the dream. So close to the dream. Now, admittedly, this is not an actual touchscreen. You don't touch it there. It's got the projectors going up and they've got cameras recognizing when you touch. But check out this. Throwing colours back and forth. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Now imagine that in just a whole room that you're the creator. You just start doing anything you like. Imagine putting software and all of that where you just create. We talk about Minecraft, talk about all of that when we get into the singularity topic, but this can be the beginning of the room where you just start to create. You go in there and you just create. Love it, love it, love it, love it. This is the beginning.
Nice.
So anyway, not much to say really with that one. We can go more into the singularity thing, but this could be the... Yeah, this could be the beginning of the creation room.
The creation room. Let there be light.
Yeah, why not? And of course, the top comment on Reddit, I think, was I'd just make 10,000 naked women. I'm like, well, fair enough. I like that idea.
Just a wall full of boobs.
Yeah, well, that could work well. Then you just play with it. You swipe your hand back and forth, they all jiggle as it goes around. Oh, that'd be great.
Oh man, that's
you could adjust by age, and so that you get really saggy ones. You just start, conducting a symphony as you're bouncing the boobs.
What sound would those ones make?
Oh dear, that went dark. Really
very dark, really.
Yeah. Anyway,
well, I'll put a light in the situation.
I'm leaving.
Stereo reveals the entire sun. Because they're talking about the sun. Yeah. These were satellites launched in October 2006. There's just two of them.
Yeah.
And they've kind of been... They're launched from Earth, obviously. And then put into a certain orbit so that around the sun we have a three sort of equal pivots view. One from the Earth and the other two from these telescopes.
Yeah.
And with that we can actually see the Earth from all angles at the same time, simultaneously. And we've never ever been able to do that ever in the human history. Ever.
We can finally watch the sun.
And the reason for that is because sometimes, because the sun actually rotates so slowly, sometimes there'll be a solar flare or some crazy solar storm on the other side of the sun, behind from where the Earth is, and we wouldn't know what was happening.
Yeah, so we can actually monitor it.
Yeah, because solar flares actually affect so much of our... they describe it as the hurricanes of the solar system. It's that's
lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice little analogy there.
Yeah. Well, it's about... the sun spins about every 27 days or something ridiculous like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I never realised just how slow the sun spun.
Alliteration.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry.
So, with that, what we can do now is predict any solar flares that are going to come across and actually prepare for it.
Fantastic.
Like we do with our weather system. And that's going to be there for the next 8 years, which will be awesome.
Cool. Perpetually watching the sun.
Because I dropped a bottle cap.
I like it.
And
one thing with this that is really cool, just have to chuck up an image now of this fantastic thing, showing actually how the planets kind of orbit because the sun actually moves as well. The sun isn't a stationary thing; it's moving in regards to the galaxy.
Yeah,
you saw the picture?
Was it
spectacular?
240 kilometers a second?
Yeah, 240 kilometers a second. The sun's moving, so like we think of them just orbiting normally, but it's kind of like a corkscrew pattern. Yeah. Anyway, just thought in relation to space stuff, it blew my mind a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we mention this one too?
Yeah, sure. Quickly mention that. We'll go into we'll go into the creating.
I just saw this on Singularity Hub. It's a book called Ebocloud, if I'm pronouncing that right, by Rick Moss. And this is pretty interesting because it's kind of along the same lines as our whole thing about collective intelligence. How the hive is actually going to create artificial intelligence. How
that's going to be the big revolution.
That's going to be the huge thing where we start connecting each other's brains together. And this guy is pretty much saying the same thing, roughly, but putting it into a fictional story with added stuff on top. And he's calling it the social singularity. I don't like that.
No, it's
called the hive. Come on.
Yeah, it's
the hive.
It's piggybacking a little bit off the singularity. Like it's a similar thing.
Yeah, it's obvious.
It's good marketing stuff. I can't wait to read it though. I'll have to get it in.
It's a bit like how we call this the Singularity podcast.
Oh yeah. Works well.
So anyway, we're gonna pick that up and give it a read, and we'll probably talk about it later.
Yeah,
let's say because I've never actually seen anyone actually put these ideas into a single thing.
Well, especially more of the social networking type. They mentioned Facebook and stuff, saying it all combining into a single consciousness,
and how that's
that's the big thing.
Global consciousness.
Yeah, because it's always humans connecting more and more. It'd be great.
Yeah,
sweet. You just closed your art of seduction.
I don't want to look at it. I'm already great at seducing. Trust me. Sorry.
Should show your moves. Hey, ladies. I'll say that's why I'm not very good. Anyway, final thing is this short film called World Builder. And I think we can pretty much go into the singularity topic from that.
Good, this laptop is hot.
Yeah, I know. It's hot as balls.
Who sits with their laptop on their lap anymore? Do people do that?
Yeah, with not hot laptops. Anyway, the short film is really fantastic. It's only about 9.5 minutes, about 10 minutes, and it's about this guy who, he just exists in this the white space, kind of like in the Matrix, the building world type thing. Yeah. And he just starts building. He pulls out his hand, just whoosh, and then pulls out a block, and he just makes it a massive block, chucks it down, then does it again, and brings out another larger block, extends it, going through. You make all these, he starts building the whole world just from scratch.
With his hands.
Just from his hands.
Directing it.
Yeah. And he goes to a block, he just indents it in and creates a door, then he starts picking the texture and starts putting it on there.
Yeah.
But this actually originally came up with the future of Minecraft and the future of Gary's mod and the future of all of that. So, big fan of Minecraft, I think that it's absolutely awesome. And just, where the actual worlds are going to go from there, like the creation.
Creation of virtual worlds.
Creation of just any worlds, because we can have that, say with the whole touchscreen thing I mentioned before. Imagine jumping into a small room, and then of course you can combine that with everyone else's small room, and then you just start there creating together, kind of Second Life style, side of anything like that. You've got a whole new,
collaborative creativity in a
in
a defined space.
Yeah, and just all of the stuff you can actually do there. We can actually start building the world, because the thing that I'm really interested in here is that that's going to become a platform. There's going to be one, Second Life tried, and they tried, everyone was pushing that. To be the platform, to be your Second Life, to actually be where you would go in cyberspace to exist. But Second Life didn't work. NASA even, did you know NASA used to give conferences there? Well, not conferences, they gave announcements and stuff. No. It was pushed big.
Why didn't it work?
Well, see, I don't know. I think it was a bit stupid. I don't know. I never quite used it, quite frankly. I downloaded it a few times and used it a bit. But if anyone can tell us why you think Second Life didn't work, it was kind of a little bit before our time, I think. I don't know. When I remember all the buzz being spoken about, but I was never that interested. It was more Counter-Strike for me.
I think I remember when it first came out, we were like, oh, it's another virtual world thing.
Yeah.
It's that was tried a long time ago.
Yeah. They got a lot of funding at Linden Labs, I think it is. And they were big. They were one of the biggest buzzers, because they were like, hey, this is going to be the platform for the virtual world. Yeah. But it just didn't happen. There were people who were doing shops, and there's all of that stuff there. But
see, I don't think there will actually ever be a single platform. They're too faddish. They're too...
Right.
Say even Minecraft, for example, it's just in the growth stages now, and it's amazing because anyone can create any block, but I don't see that maintaining dominance.
Why couldn't it be just like Facebook? Well, why wouldn't it be the exact same as that? Like Facebook is because it is for an essence like is a social network and just a place where everyone starts interacting and doing together.
Yeah.
Because like Facebook's a little bit of the beginning. You can like just post little tweets and stuff. But
Yeah, I
why
guess
not
so.
have the world you go into like just say we've got that room that's got like screens everywhere and you start interacting. There'll be a collaborative place where everyone starts going to interact and that's where they hang out. They'll say, hey, come and meet me at this place. And it's not a real place in real life because you walk into your room and you go and chill down at this park that your friend has made and that's just your area.
Okay.
I don't know, I could see kids in the future.
Well, I agree with you that there's going to be a single platform that will do that.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to be digital in the sense that it is now.
Right.
Like virtual, like, an online thing where you physically have to, like, I think it's going to happen through augmented reality.
Okay.
Not through, like, sitting down at a computer and then joining this virtual
But you don't sit at a computer.
environment.
No sitting.
What do you-
Holodeck type style. Like,
Oh, you
that's
walk
probably
into a room, is that what you're saying?
Well, say now that like we've got,
Okay.
just say this room here, that everything around us is just a computer screen that's displaying whatever we like. And then we just interact with it in the same way. Of course, we don't have physical objects to interact with, but that's not necessarily needed because we can say, like, we just pull up stuff and then that starts creating and doing whatever objects we like around us. Yeah, the Kinect. The Kinect is a fantastic example right now.
Would it be immersive enough though? Like, if you had a whole thing, would you prefer like augmented, like HUD overlay or a VR glasses or something?
Well, see, that might be another way to do it. That's definitely a possibility.
Because I'm just thinking, like, the ultimate thing would be manipulating real life, actually walking around in your current environment and saying, I change that into this.
Yeah.
That color sucks. Like, I want the sky to be pink, not blue.
Yeah.
I want,
But then you're still walking around.
Yeah, but that makes it more realistic. It makes it more immersive.
But why do you want to walk around? Why not just say that, hey, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. You just walk into your digital room and you go and hang out down at your pond or whatever. I don't know why I'm imagining pond. Let's say top of a skyscraper overlooking like virtual landscape of awesomeness. And that's where you all go chill. Like say you've got a class in high school or something. I'm going to use the high school. I like high school here. Then after you get back from high school, you go and hang out there and you go interact in the virtual world. The same way as like, World of Warcraft's very similar to that.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike and stuff. But this can be a more social thing. Apart from, like, because that's what Second Life tried, but they just failed.
But you're still basing it off the idea that we would never want to leave our house.
Well, I think people are naturally lazy.
Yeah. Well, it's because the real world's boring. If you made the real world more interesting.
Well, augmented reality will be also another big thing, but I guess I'd never really considered just the whole room, then that being the virtual environment that everyone can actually create and interact in. Yeah, because say that is just a social area, and say it's really basics as the video showed to actually create new things. But say I could spend hours as I do in Minecraft, crafting like a lovely tree in a whole garden that I actually make and go there. It's a fantastic.
Share and sell
and then share it, and actually just show.
You can have
a
virtual economy of stuff you just build in this room.
Yeah, and it could be great, and that's where you just go hang out and like walk around and stuff. I mean, do you do that in Minecraft? Like you create something cool, and sometimes you just plot around the world you've created. Like, oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah.
But you go into other people's servers and look at what they've done.
Look what they've done. And wouldn't that be great? Like just in the whole full world, there were just blocks everywhere, and it was as easy as that. You just start like going like that, and you cut the block down, and then you pick up the block like that, and you move it, you chuck it. You can start Minecraft style.
That'd be awesome.
Whole world, and you jump and you run around. It's very exciting. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, you can see that being an evolution of going up there for the social setting where people hang out online. Because Facebook is where people are hanging out online, but that's not going to be the end. That'll be where maybe people share. But say where kids want to hang out online, because Facebook's it now. But let's say,
I guess Facebook's kind of capped with the whole. It's just text and video and It's not. It's kind of one way still.
Yeah.
It's like you get a message. Well, it's two way, but it's just flat.
Yeah.
2D communication maybe.
And it's proved it's worked with, say, like World of Warcraft and all the other MMOs, like the EVE Online, and I don't know, I'm not an MMO player, but getting up to the 6 screens, like all combined together. That it's just a progression onto it, and especially now that we've seen that screens are getting that big and amazing.
Yeah,
that could be great.
That's a freaking awesome idea. Well, where would it go beyond that, or before that?
See, I don't know. I think it'd just have to keep on increasing at the moment, screen size.
Just more and more virtual worlds. Would we get to the point where everyone fears that everyone's just going to be in a little bubble? They'll just connect themselves in and they'll just die in a corner, sort of thing.
Oh look, come on, that's what's going to happen. That's the Fahrenheit 451. People just go and sit in their chairs and they just go. Here, you imagine TV screens. You can imagine interacting, but I think there'll be a lot more interacting with it.
Like the mouse and the button.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it could be great fun. There's that danger of it. But I think the creativity that could be unleashed, like if you make the creativity tools just basic, that if the same way as Minecraft, it's really basic, we can create amazing things. That if I could like just go sit down and spend an afternoon creating a perfect palm tree, I'd love that. You know, just do it all right together and then duplicate it, spread it around, and create my own little desert island with a log cabin and a cat.
Well, I guess you're already seeing all the, like, say the Cisco telepresence stuff with work. You're seeing online collaboration in the real time. You're seeing, the big screens are actually starting to come into play. You've got Connect technology. Like, all the technology for this is already out there. It's already
just about to come to mainstream. It's going to be great.
Yeah, but then you still got 3 things to interconnect, but someone will do that.
So, it's all getting there. The parts are all getting there. And this can be the actual beginning of us existing, like, you know, post-Singularity and all of that, actually in our virtual world. Because, sure, it'll be cool to go out, we'll do that a bit, but I think the majority of time will be spent in a virtual world. Because imagine a virtual work environment where you're all just creating together. Hey guys, we need to create this thing, we need to create this new interface that all happens. You all, like, just sit down in this virtual world together and you just start building and you share ideas back and forth. All the while you're in this room that's just got screens everywhere or you're in a bubble.
Yeah. And with a feedback mechanism.
Oh, definitely.
I love what I was saying before. I'd love to have like an intelligent enough agent that you could actually talk back and forth with it to actually build things.
Yeah.
Without having to touch any code.
Oh, that
coding has to die. Programming has to die, and it will. It'll inevitably die.
Very soon, I think.
It has to. Like,
because you can speak to the computer and say, I'd like this to do this.
Yeah, and there's like, it tries something and you're like, is this right? You're like, no. I want this to go there. And like,
what's the levels of abstraction of programming again? That there's just more layers going up.
Yeah. It's just constantly communicating back and forth.
Well, I mean, Visual Basic did it perfectly. I mean, come on, you don't need to program with Visual Basic. You just drag and drop.
Microsoft does solve all our problems.
Oh, definitely.
Thanks, Bill Gates. Nice work, mate.
It's good fun.
Well, it's just like we're bitching about Hive AI today. We found out that you can't actually you can post in Firefox, but it doesn't work out the error captures and stuff. Whereas it does in other things. Usually IE is the bastard that doesn't fix anything. It's like, why can't we have a standardized world where everything is just...
Yeah, just all works.
Like, sure, have competition, have competing browsers, but don't compete on fucking core functionality. Like, don't compete on standards. Just everyone agree, this is a standard.
Yeah.
Don't ever implement a different piece of code unless all of you guys agree with it, and then compete on different functions on top, different features and shit.
I think that's what the W3C style...
Yeah, that's what they're meant to do, but they're shit. Fucking Tim Berners-Lee, get that shit sorted, man.
Indeed.
God, you're an idol and everything. You created the internet, but fix it.
Yes.
You have the power. Just say no.
Anyway, on that note.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a diatribe.
Yeah, so come and check out Hive AI. Post some stuff about what you think's happening in the future, and definitely tell us what you think about, virtual worlds and creating.
I like it. And give us ideas for new shows. We need new ideas.
Yeah, something to talk about. Yeah. Because otherwise I will speak about my palm trees. And that's a threat.
And jiggling boobs.
Oh, God, yes. Let's do that for half an hour.
Oh, anyway,
Catch you later.
Waters.
Tristan Grace.
Bye. You should say bye. You never say bye.
Fine, see ya.